We had
this
one
is
from
India.
India as well, Dilli Hat.
Okay.
Dilli Hat. And he mentioned something about the credit card.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
No, look. To be honest with you, I wasn't. Well, it sounded like I was, but I'm really, literally, was not talking about, because he made mention that Amex is the best card, and that is definitely not what I was saying. What I was talking about was the membership rewards program, or their rewards program, and it is my opinion. Based on my research, it's got nothing to do with statistics. Or anything specific other than my own personal research. But feel free to write into us again if you've got your own opinion on that or anything else really.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't we're not talking about stats. That's not what we do. This is personally our own opinion. Yeah. But I must admit that the missus does have an Amex card, and we did recently.
You did?
We booked we're booking the flights next week, I think.
Okay,
so we're booking the flights, and you're right. It gives us the insurance and all that.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of information for me and something that I already had, and it allowed me to then use what I already had to actually get something out of it, because I think booking the amount. If anyone knows flying to the UK from Oz, it isn't cheap. And it's going to give us the opportunity to reap a little bit of what we spent. So
that episode that we did last week, or a few days ago,
about them.
So it was kind of like educational. Well,
yes, it was, because
the people,
not only Dilli Haat in India. I mean, he said, "Look, I'm going to look at getting an American Express card based on what
you said."
Yeah, I know, which is great. If it works out for you, that's awesome. But also the fact
check it out.
Yeah, obviously, make sure
it's
exactly. Do your research. That's the important.
As they say, I see it on television all the time. I just rolled it up there. We see it on television all the time. We're not endorsing. We don't work for American Express.
Well, like, why is it Tiger can do $35 flights, but Jetstar, Virgin, Qantas, none of them can do it? Or who else is there? Air
You're paying for the name, you're paying for the service.
Qantas, you definitely.
I don't know what service you get, but anyway.
No, we can't say that, because right now you're paying for mid-air problems to happen.
Yeah,
You know what amazes to blow out and masts to be dropping and the plane dropping.
I know what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Qantas has gone from being the world's safest airline in the world to being the crappiest or the unsafest.
Do you know why?
Because they're too busy outsourcing all of their...
They're trying to keep the cost down, and they're not following...
This neatly brings us... And we could speak about the airline thing
forever.
For ages, yeah. But this neatly brings us into the fact of constantly what goes on now is we as a world are outsourcing everything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
because we want to make things cheaper. So expenses
but is it making things cheaper?
Well, look at Qantas as a perfect example. I mean, you've seen all the different news reports of things falling off.
There's always something going wrong.
Right?
But not just
always. There was a period of about 2 weeks where every other day something happened to a Qantas flight. Whether it was the A380s, they were breaking down. They had to bring them all back in just to get them all
because something.
But do you know why? Because
the maintenance isn't being done properly. I shouldn't say it's not being done properly, but it's been outsourced to another company.
So are you saying that the other people are not doing their job right?
I don't think they are. They're not being monitored as strictly, as stringently as they are over here.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't.
You get
again. This is our opinion.
Okay.
So
no, I'm not gonna dish your cutlery. Where's that made? It's made in China, yeah?
Well, what isn't?
No, I'm not dissing your cutlery, because most of mine and your crockery is made in China too. But what I'm saying is, and what I'm saying to most of you guys is, there was a time when everyone was saying buy Australia, because in England it was buy British. Yeah?
That's right.
Okay? They still say buy Australia.
Bit, yeah?
Look for that little,
that's rubbish. That's rubbish.
Even that isn't made in Australia.
That little sign there, is saying that the people who have the, Australian owned. So people look at it and go Australian owned.
But it's not made in Australia.
Ah, you see. Because
it's owned by Australia.
They're too Australian owned as Australian made. Now, if there's some little guy who sits in his little pottery shed in, Warringah or something like that, or wherever he is, and he's making these, he puts the handle on. And
actually, it'd be cheaper if it came from Wagga Wagga.
And he's been putting the handles on, and it's like, it looks great, yeah?
Yeah.
And then there's some bloke in China who goes, well, I can mass produce these. They might not last as long, yeah?
Yeah, but
In
for
the
every one
world-
of yours,
the
I can do
world-
100 of them.
Yeah, instant gratification. And what we do in our society is we look for the instant gratification and go, well, yeah, well, that's $9.99, so we'll buy a set of them. Instead of saying, we'll support what's made in our country. Whatever country you're in, yeah? Support whatever country you're made in, there. China's making everything, yeah? Okay?
Yeah.
And everyone's outsourcing everything, yeah? And we can all see, like, with the airlines and with the quality of garments and just basically the quality of everything and the fact that we're outsourcing jobs within the country, okay? If we don't make anything, okay, how does the economy strive on? We get a society of pen pushers.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're outsourcing.
Pen
Well,
pushers
the
are
We get it from
manufacturing
overseas.
industry.
We get it from overseas. We mark up the price so much that we're still sustainable economically. But we're not doing anything much, are we? Here, what are we
No,
exporting
but see-
other than
but see, those
agricultural-
industries-
This leads back to your thing about internet shopping. The reason we go to buy online is because they mark up so highly in department stores and shops around the country, different
Yeah,
stores.
yeah.
You know,
We could have
But
this,
we're still-
that internet shopping
No,
is another topic.
But because we're
just
buying, but the thing about it is,
totally against buying from in retail. I'd rather buy online. Anyway, that's a different topic. You were going to say something about China.
no, I'm just saying with the
No,
whole
about
thing of outsourcing
outsourcing.
and the whole
From China.
quality,
Yeah.
the whole quality of what we get nowadays.
but you know what?
yeah?
We are
we
now
can't
more
expect
accepting.
anything different.
We're now more accepting. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're as a community, as people, we're more accepting of lower quality goods. As what we
Exactly.
were used to be. We had a
It's the
higher
old saying,
standard.
what you
we
pay
had
is
a
what
higher
you
s-
get.
No, but we
right?
had a higher
But are
standard.
people
No,
We had a higher
you're
standard.
Wrong. You're wrong.
No,
you're
but I'm
wrong.
saying
it's
Good
not what you
people-
pay is
because-
what you get.
because you're paying.
No, no.
We're all paying the highest price for Qantas, and we're not
we're
getting
not getting what
nothing.
we're
That's
paying
what I'm
for.
saying. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like Sony, right? It used to be, but when you're buying a Sony product, you make sure it's made in Japan, because you know
it's going to be made.
good.
Yes. These days they're
Can
made
you ever
to-
find one that's made in Japan now?
unless
can't.
you go to Japan.
Yeah, exactly. But even the ones in Japan are not
made
made
in
in
China.
Japan. They're
Because
made
what it is-
somewhere else.
what it is-
Made in Malaysia or Taiwan or whatever. But
And what it is,
but
it's greed.
The quality is
It's
gone.
greed.
Yeah, of course it's greed. You've lost the quality. What they've gone for is the quantity, and they've lost the quality.
But we are a quantity society. We just we'd
But
rather
we-
have.
we'd rather buy 10 of
okay,
those.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask the viewer a question. How many holidays would you rather have a year? Would you pay $2,000 and have your one holiday? Yeah, or would you pay
$1,000 and
$1,000 and have two holidays? Yeah. Okay. Now, you know, when you travel, okay, the plane's not as nice, the accommodation isn't as nice, okay, but you still get two holidays. Which do you want? The one quality holiday a year where you get your 4 weeks of absolute quality, or two 2-week holidays where you get two 2-week breaks? Yeah. What do you want? An experience or a rest? And this is what the society is. Yeah. So so contact us and tell us what would you like, because I think people want instant gratification. This is our society now.
It is our society now is about it's the instant
It's not about
gratification
quality.
country.
It is.
commu-
They want
every-
it. They want, just
everyone,
like that.
everybody wants it
Well,
straight
classic
away.
example is like I saw. Actually, talking about it, we're running out of time. But
Right.
just
Yeah, yeah,
quickly,
yeah.
but just quickly, on the news. I presume it's Current Affair Today tonight. It's one of those programs here in Sydney, that local show. Everybody wants instant gratification, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, on that line, it's like saying, I want to lose weight, weight loss. I want to lose weight.
Give me that
The natural thing is go on a proper diet, do proper exercises, and make sure you rest and you're not stressful and all the other things, which is all natural and which you can control, you can do. But the problem with that is, it is a gradual thing. It takes time.
Yeah, people
Right?
want the
But people
results
want
immediately.
instant. So you know what? They're now producing pills that you pop in your pills quickly. That's the new thing that I saw last night. Then they've got this new pill. Why would people spend
let me ask
money
you a question.
and
Let me
do something that
wait.
doesn't
let me
work?
ask you a question.
let me
and
tell
let's
you-
put this
let-
question, because I think this subject is bigger than 1 minute, and I think it
I think
deserves
so.
more
Yeah.
respect than
Yes,
1 minute.
yeah, true, very
Weight
true.
loss, obesity,
wait,
and our society. And I think, what
before
we should
you
do.
before you get started on that, I just wanted to because
No,
we're
we're
going to
not
wrap
talking about next
started
week.
it. No,
We're
no,
not
wrap it up.
starting on it.
Okay,
but I'm
but-
saying we're wrapping it up, and I think
I
we
just
should.
wanted to say. Okay, while the guys are gone, I just wanted to point out that, yeah, I know I'm right, but I want you guys to come in and tell me I'm right. So the best thing is, get in touch with us through Facebook at Off The Cuff, or through Twitter at Off The Cuff TV, or on our YouTube channel, the BJB TV, or if you really want to, email me specifically, because I'm the one that's right out of all of these two, at bjbmedia@gmail.com. All right.